Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Bay of Fundy Fortunes for those of you that are stopping by just for your first visit. There's no reading here this evening. This video is a very special video. I'm putting out requests. I don't even know where to begin. Let's start this way. There's a member of Bay of Fundy Fortunes here on the channel and on the group, in the group as well on Facebook under Bay of Fundy Fortunes. I'll refer to her just by her first name for now. Her name is Stephanie. She's 27 years old. She has a beautiful young family. 2 little girls, ages 11 years old and 4 years old. And she has a fantastic husband as well. This young family, the only way I can describe them in general is to say they are as American as apple pie and hot dogs with ketchup. They're everyday, normal people. They're your neighbors. They're the people that you service. They are the people that service you. They're your every run-of-the-day American, United States, because they are in the U.S. I'm in Canada. That's all part of North America. We're all one in that way. They are in the U.S. And, you know, when you think about it overall, because of the normalcy of who they are, the simplicity of the lives that they lead, they are the face of America, is what they are. They are the face of the youth and the young families of America. They would be what I would consider the backbone of America, of the everyday man, woman, and child. This little video and story revolves mainly around Stephanie. Stephanie has gotten very ill. She has a condition known as Crohn's disease. If you do not know what that is, please look it up. Do a little bit of research, should you be interested. It's all over the internet, just like everything else is. Crohn's disease is not something to be taken lightly. It can be tolerated, it can be lived with proper diet, with proper medication, proper therapy, and treatment. Stephanie has been a full-time worker, works outside the home, still takes care of her children. Eric has been actively searching for work for quite some time now, and he's a young man with dreams like any other young husband and father, and only wants the best for his family and his children, and to be a provider for them, and to protect them from the world, and to bring them up properly. Eric has said all these things. I have seen him say these things through Facebook and text messaging and this kind of a thing. His family is his everything. He's very proud of them. He would die for them. He loves them. And Stephanie's the same way. So they're like 2 peas in a pod, where one leaves off, the other begins. This kind of a thing. Do I know them on a personal, one-on-one, flesh kind of basis? No, I don't. I've never met them. I've gotten to know them. I'm kind of watching their journey unravel as they go along in their lives. And they're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful people. They really, truly are the epitome of what we should all be like, of what all Americans and North Americans should be like. They're straightforward, they're honest, they're giving, they're kind, they're sincere, they care about other people, they care about the state of the world. They're just overall well-rounded good people. But Stephanie got sick with Crohn's. And sick as she was, she continued to work. Crohn's is an expensive disease to have when you don't have health care. We could go way off in left field with that one. A whole other conversation. But When you look at Stephanie, you see the face of America. That's what you see. The backbone of one of the greatest countries in the world. And there's no help for her. If I get emotional, don't hold it against me. This has been an emotional couple of days, knowing that she's struggling the way she is. Stephanie, very recently, has been unable to work. And the reason she's been unable to work and how it's interfered, why this has happened, is because Stephanie needs special therapy. Something called fusions. These are the things that can allow her to cope with life, allow her to be active and productive on her job, able to care for her family, and make sure her children are eating right. And she's been doing very well in that department. As she said one day, at least I can say that I make enough money to pay all the bills, to keep the roof over our head, and everything is paid in full. And my girls are dressed and clothed, and we have meals. We don't go hungry, and I'm very proud to say that, unquote, Stephanie. But this has gotten the better of her. A most recent visit to the hospital, they ran tests and they found out that the complications from Crohn's is now eating away at her liver. Her eyes are being affected. It's ravishing her physically. It's not killing her spirit, though. She's one spunky spirited little thing, I tell you that. And she has no intention on never, ever giving up of fighting this horrible fight. But really where my frustration comes from with this and why I'm making this video is because it's the only thing I can do to help, to put awareness out there, not just for Stephanie, but for Crohn's as well, and how devastating it can be. If you're not a person of means, the financial challenges are extremely overwhelming. You know, you're standing there drowning from this horrible thing that's happening, and everybody else is around you describing the water you're drowning in like, what the hell? Let's not talk about the elephant in the room. That there is no, for the greatest country in the world, and I'm not getting political here, I'm speaking from an emotional place, from a place of humanity and humaneness, and that is that one of the greatest countries in the world should be taking care of its people in every aspect, through social programming, etc. There is no health care unless you're in a high-paying job and you pay in for, the privatized health care within the company. That's a whole different thing. These are everyday working people, and really the everyday working Joe or Jane is the backbone of any country. Because she can't afford the fusion treatments that she needs, she is steadily going downhill. As I speak, Stephanie is in her sickbed. Her husband is taking care of her and the children and doing everything he can while trying not to lose his mind over the worry that they both may feel in their quiet moments, the fear that they live through, the overwhelming frustration where it hurts to breathe. And you feel if you start to let go, you're really going to let go. It's all going to go. And trying to hold it together and to look calm and be optimistic for the sake of the children. 2 innocent little girls, and they're so beautiful, and they're so full of life, and they're excited about every day. They're excited about school, and their parents are so proud of them. This family needs help. Yes, prayers are appreciated by those of you that practice the practice of praying. Please send those, and send them with feeling, and with the fever in it of really wanting it. I believe in the collective power of the human spirit. And when everybody aims for the same goal, miracles can happen. Because we, you and me, everyone, we are the true angels. We are the warriors of the Creator out here. We're put here to learn about love, about reaching out, to not judging each other to just accepting that we all breathe the same air. We all, we all have the same basic needs. When you strip down all of this, when you strip away the clothing and all the fanciness and the color of your skin and the language that you speak, you know what? When it comes to the physical, the psyche, the physical, not the physical psyche, but the psyche plus the physical being of each, the human anatomy. We all need to eat every day. We need to have a certain amount of water every day. We need to have a certain amount of exercise, sunshine, fresh air, attention, good hygiene. We go to the bathroom. We all go the same way. Some of us don't piss out our eyes and shit out our ears. I mean, that's just the way it is, right? That sounds really stupid, but I'm just putting the point across. We're all basically, when you strip away everything, we're all the same. We all deserve the same level of care and attention is my point. No matter who you are on this planet, it doesn't matter. If you, and yeah, I'm talking to you, if you are a person of means, although most people of means don't come into tarot channels, when people are happy and they've got their life together, we don't even come into the picture. People don't seek us out. It's people that are hurting, people that are searching, people that are alone, people that are lost, that come into the tarot community looking for some guidance. And the big thing, this is what I've learned in my time being here. Hope. We all need to see a flicker of hope. We all need something to hold on to. All of us. We all deserve the same level of everything right across the board. For you haters that may jump on and leave your comments under this video with your filth that comes out of your mind, your spirit, you don't have a heart. I'm not going to even argue and discuss this whole thing with you. I'm just going to say I'll kick your goddamn ass and block you from this channel. All right? I don't judge anybody. I don't care who you are, what it is, what you do. I don't judge you. So don't you come in here invading my space. This is mine. And I have as much right to be here and say what I have to say. But you're not coming into my world and trying to make this into something dirty. I just had to put that out there because I'm expecting the crazies, and that's what you are. You're sick individuals to come in and try to disc what's trying to happen here. The thing is, I get frustrated, and I say to the universe, and I say to the Creator, why can't you bring to me a disgusting amount of money, an insulting, highly degradable, despicable, sickening amount of money, so that I can share it and help others? That's my goal. Yeah, take care of my needs. I don't care about my wants. I'm used to not having what I want. I just look after my needs because I'm dirt poor. I can't even donate money to them. And to say, oh, I'm going to pray for you. Well, and then you go on with your day and you forget all about them. I made a couple of notes when I was thinking about this. I don't run on script. I never do. This is a first run. It's going to be the first, the beginning, the middle, and the end. I won't edit this at all. But I did make some notes. About how some people think their day is ruined because they got stuck in traffic on their way out. They were maybe leaving work, going out to dinner with friends, and they got stuck in traffic, and it's just ruined their day. Or somebody comes out of a barbershop or hair salon, and they just paid $150 for the latest do, and maybe got their nails done, and I need mine done. Or they've had a mani and a pedi and all that good stuff, and they step outside and they're feeling like $1 million. And they went in, the sun was shining on them, and they come out, and it's an instant overcloud and downpour, and their hair gets ruined, and oh my God, it's the end of their world. What a horrible day you've had. Really. And then you get other people that when they're standing in a lineup, it doesn't move fast enough for them. And they give the poor clerk when it comes their turn, instead of just pushing themselves through as quickly as they can at that point, just pay for your food, push it through, pay for it, and leave. They stand and they belittle the clerk. Maybe that's food for thought. I'm not going to say much more about that, but that's food for thought. I'm getting my point across. Everything is personal perspective. But in the end, we're all the same and we're all brothers and sisters. I don't care what you think or who you are or where you're from. Yeah, there's some frustration coming through here, and I'm not holding back on it. This is highly emotional for me. And not to take away from their story, Stephanie's story, but I'm highly emphatic. I feel what they're feeling, and it's horrible. I've been overwhelmed, and I've wept a few times today, and I'm trying not to do that here now, so that I'm taken seriously. This is a serious situation. You know, and here's the old thing. You know, if there's the natural catastrophe on the other side of the planet that's so far removed from us, we're very quick to dig deep and send what we can send to help complete total strangers, faceless, nameless people. We just know that need help, and over it goes. But all of a sudden, when you can paint a picture of a real family with real blood rushing through their veins and heartbeats, and they're as real as they can be, when you start saying people's names, their ages, what they're all about, they become very real. What is wrong with us as a society overall that we tend to shy away from that? This is not the time to shy away. You know what? Because in some way, shape, or form, and it happens to all of us, you can turn your back now, but guess what's going to happen? You're going to face it again down the road, and it's probably going to be one of your very own. All right? There's the bottom line. This can happen to any of us. I was young and vibrant, vivacious, physically strong. I used to work out. I walked and ran everywhere I went. I was out in all kinds of weather. Everything always made me feel so alive. And I never see my health problems coming in a million years. I thought, I'm so strong and healthy. And I was told that growing up, you're so strong and healthy. And I always was. And I kept myself. And never in a million years had somebody told me, 20 years ago, that I would be where I am right now with my own health concerns. And being as poor as I probably would have just taken a gun and blown my head off. Somebody told me that I'm going to be where I'm at right now. As far as the financial realm side of life goes, and health, and I'm a lot like Stephanie that way. I need certain things, my needs need to be met before my meds can help me. They're no good without proper nutrition, diet, and everything that goes along with that. And in such a big place, the planet is huge. There's no need for hunger or struggle like that. People shouldn't have sleepless nights, wondering if they're going to keep a roof over their head. Are they going to be out on the street at the end of the month? Are they going to be able to feed themselves through the month? And then they have to stop taking meds if they can get their meds. Well, in Canada, it's a little different. We do have Medicare. And we're very lucky and very rich. There are some things we have to pay for. But overall, Crohn's disease, it's like treating the common cold over here. If Stephanie was here, she would be treated. She would be hospitalized. She would be treated and taken care of. She would be given the proper medications whenever she needed them. She would be monitored and looked after. And her health care would become something very personal to her with the health care providers that she would be surrounded with. They would fight tooth and nail to give her the best health that they could. It is manageable if all the ducks are in a row, if all the goddamn planets all line up perfectly where they're supposed to be. It is doable. My call out to you is, I am going to try to put the email in for them. If you'd like to speak to them, if you'd like to send your best wishes, if you have monetary sense where you can help them, what they need help with that I can see, I don't bother them. I don't ask them 10 million questions before, like I went to put this video up. I didn't do that because I don't want to bother them. She's resting. She's trying to rest. And Eric, her husband, is running around trying to take the best of care of everybody and trying to be a man about it and not fall apart. So I give them their space. But I do know without her working, they need to have enough money to live on so that they're making ends meet while she slowly recovers, if she recovers. They need enough meds. She needs to have that fusion therapy done on a regular basis. If she ends up in the hospital, And they do what is called a it's a resection of her bowel. That can run up to over $35,000 is what she'd have to probably pay out, in about there, between there and 50, depending where you're at. And that is just like, I mean, to ask for $35,000 or $40,000 to help you become self-sufficient and independent and to live your life out again because she's so young. You may as well be asking for $35 million. I realize that. And there are more, everyday people like Stephanie and her family than there are the stinking rich, right? And I don't have anything against rich people. I don't care how much money you have. It's not my money. It's your personality and your spirit that I care about. But if some of you have means to help them just to get through this so she can try to get back on her feet, she shouldn't be laying in a sick bed. She shouldn't be. Her liver shouldn't be getting all eaten up and all this inflammation through her bowels, and there's perforation going on, and there's all kinds of horrible things that Crohn's does to a person if it's left untreated. It's the same, put it this way. If you are diabetic and you require insulin, your body no longer produces it. It just stops producing insulin. You become very, very ill, and in a very short time, you're dead. And there's people that can live into their 80s with diabetes because they've had treatment and proper nutrition. They've been able to take care of their condition so that they can live a happy, productive life. There's the difference. It's the same thing, really. Take away the insulin for a diabetic and their proper nutrition, their lifetime is shortened considerably. Considerably. We're talking 20, 30 years here. It's the same with Crohn's. If it's left untreated, if she stays the way she is, she's going to die. She's going to leave behind a beautiful husband and 2 beautiful children. And I feel the pain, and I feel the frustration, I feel the anguish, I feel the fear, and the horror that here we are in 2017, and that a human being in North America has to suffer this way. Boys, I'd like to talk to your President Trump right now, Stephanie. I'd have a lot to say to him. I'd like him to see your face. I'd like him to meet you. And to show that he does have compassion by reaching out, taking your hand. It may be a sweaty palm of money, but you would take it and hope for the best. So I said I wasn't going to cry. I'm so poor, I can't afford Kleenex. I use toilet paper. Ass wipe is what some people would call it. I'm just so beyond myself. I just want them to get the help that they need. This is all I can do for them. Praying and best wishes just isn't enough in this case. They need a miracle. They need somebody to come forward. They need a philanthropist, you might say. All right, you got Bill Gates, and you've got Branson there, whatever his name is. Can't remember his first name. People like this. I wish somebody like that would see this and just come in and help them along till they can stand on their own again. They have dreams like everybody else does. We all have dreams. Stephanie just wants to see her family taking care of him well. Eric has his dream. His dream is to own a food truck someday. That would be really cool because of where they live, that would go over really, really well. He'd be really successful. He'd be independent. He'd be taking care of his family. And they're the type of people that pay it back. They pay it forward. They're that kind of people. I'm going to wrap this up for now. It's very late here. It's 1:52 a.m. I didn't realize it was that late. But here I am. It's well worth all of it. I just hope somebody comes through. I'm going to try to paste their email down below the video. I struggle with that stuff on YouTube. They keep changing things around and I get lost. Or print it permanently across the bottom of the screen here if I can figure out how to do that. I've never used that tool before. If I'm not successful after the fact and the video's been posted and you're not seeing that there, you can always get a hold of me. My information is what I'm going to place like I normally do. Right below this video window, all my information will be there. My email is in there. It's natalietapley@live.ca. All right, so if you don't want to send one to me, and you know, you want to talk to them or reach out to them, come into Facebook and come in and join the private group. My group is private and closed, so nobody has to know anything, but you can come into that group, and I can hook you up with Stephanie once you're in the group. Nobody outside the group needs to know. And once you and Stephanie hook up, Eric may have to speak on her behalf. Either way, either one is as good as the other. I step out of the picture, and it's privately between you guys. It has nothing to do with me or anybody else. Please, please, I am begging you. I need my faith in the human spirit restored right now. I've got my own crap going on, and I need it restored. I need to see this as much as they do. I need to see a response here that makes a real difference. Never mind the talk. Show me the walk. Show yourself the walk and hold your head up proud. And if you do something for them and you want to shout out, you private message me. And I'll be more than happy to put you out there to give you a public thanks, because that's all I can do. And if you're broke like me and you can't do anything, share this video. If you're watching it, you have the ability to share it. Share it anywhere you can share it. Put the link on Instagram. Put the link on, you know, all those other places. We'll call it Stephanie's story is what we're going to call it. Just label it that, so people get to see the video. The call goes out. It spreads even further. Encourage other people too. So if you're the third or fourth person down the road that's viewing this video, that means it's been shared that many times. Please share it again. Somebody out there may see it that can step forward and help this young family. Let's give Stephanie's story a happy ending. Wishing you all the very best. Peace in, and share the peace as well. But the peace starts within. Please think of Stephanie and Eric and their two little girls tonight. Please step forward and help them. I'm begging you to step forward and do something, if you're able to. If not, send your best wishes. Thank you very much. Good night.